gets first. I'm gonna put Major at first. Obviously, I'm gonna have some bias. We're casting for Major. This is the team that we're working with, so I'm gonna have to put them first. But again, even if it weren't for the fact that we were working with them, this is one of the most up-and-coming teams. Magma, Lucky, and Maadzz have all been taking Bubble Scene by storm. They've been popping off season after season and continually getting better and better, and I think that this is the roster that they're just going to absolutely pop off with. I think that this trio really does have a lot of potential. Aside from them being the team that we're working for, they're a threatening team who can just be explosive against any one of these other squads. And that being said, AW3 takes second for me, Norwegian take third, and Rotarion takes fourth.
Hi, I'm Lucky, I'm 17 years old, and I'm a professional Rocket League player for Major.
Ja, jeg heter Maadzz fra Haugesund, 21 år, og spiller for Major.
So, I'm Magma, and my name is Axel, I'm 18 years old, and I play Rocket League since 5 years. Playing actually for Major since the 1st of August 2021.
Jeg bodde jo i Sør-Korea i et år, så det startet først i Sør-Korea, hvor jeg spilte i OCI, Oceania, og ble litt, eller så at nivået mitt var høyt der, så spilte jeg med folk og gjorde det greit i turneringer og fikk resultater der. Etter det da, siden jeg bodde bare der i et år, så gikk jeg videre til Norge. Jeg hører meg i Telialigaen med Wrestle-Dazzlers. Spilte vel fire sesonger eller noe sånt, 4-5 sesonger der. Fikk jeg andre- og tredjeplasser, men jeg ville ha førsteplassen. Og da livet jeg Wrestle-Dazzlers for å joine Norwegian. Og så vant vi Telialigaen den sesongen jeg joina.
I started play it for fun, but after that, like 3 years later, I just meet someone. His name is Alexit, so someone gonna know him because he's on the scene. And he made me want to be in Esports, like RCS. So I just say, okay, it's time to try out. Then I just go in.
Oh my word, not only Magma linking up with Lucky here in the perfect 1-2 pass, look at the accuracy.
Well, this is a phenomenal pass into the field.
He spent almost the entirety of really a solid enough shot to count at this point. Maybe we can get something here. Pass for Magma. This one on target, and it will find me back up. Take the game and tie up the series. We need to make those shots count. That's something that we have to do. There, the goal early would be huge for the team. Off the backboard, Maadzz is up. It's on target, and it's into the back of the net. But they will find a shot. Matter of fact, though, when they rush this much the entire time, it becomes predictable. And well, I'll give you one thing that is not
quick maths right now. Lucky needs to do some quick maths, and well, he took a calculator risk.
Still get a goal on the board. So far, they've been shut out in game number 1, and in game number 2, they're already getting.
Everything big, Rocket League, perfect game once again, but right now, Major, they've got show perfect game behind you. That's not perfect whatsoever. Maadzz nicely goes around, passes it into the center, and Lucky is there to finish it off and made it overtime. 54 seconds is all that it took, and well, once again, a little bit of a fortunate pass, but
Getting capitalized upon, and oh my word, Rotarion get very close to doing exactly that here within about the first minute of this game, but instead it's Maadzz who takes a shot on the other end, and Major definitely showing a lot of good offense here so far. High Fury, they're putting a lot of pressure, and it's going to work out in their favor. 90 seconds into this one, and Major will strike first.
90 seconds in, and almost this one in the upper 90s as well. It was a... I have watched in the entirety of the previous season. I've basically watched... Woo! Batarian, and oh my word, now watching this. Hello, Major. Maadzz putting another one on the board.
2-1 here from just the nicest little touch from Maadzz. I can kind of understand why the defense, to be honest, we're kind of in that goal area as well. Next goal could be the last, and Lucky is doing everything to prevent after the shot here, and still cannot find one in this overtime. We are a game and a half played, and Lucky is looking to end it right here. Finally find some success in offense as they get a cross-court double touch off the backboard.
Is it weird, but I'm kind of upset that
actually take the shot, and we're gonna get the bump as well. I was
Roll Musty Fluff or Valet, and they're getting that off to a decent start.
That's unfortunate, but I can't really do it because my game has
Well, I have good news for you. 10 seconds in, it is Major taking the lead. Magma going down the other end, placing it nicely to the left side to take over. Misses the boost and then ends up backflipping into it. That's the right decision. Does give up a little bit of positioning in here previously. So awfully close. A boomer going down the other end, and that was off target.
Oh my word, not only was that off target, but that was going to be easily collected. And especially after a miss like that, you get a little bit of relief and you go, oh, thank God, I didn't.
The demo out of Lucky, looking at ripping a short premium for the boat commit for the save. Now Magma needs to keep on in there. Low boost, but enough.
That's a perfect angle out of Magma there. Lucky just recognizes to rip one on, make the awkward defense, and Magma, well, sees all three defenders, pops it. So, honestly, a tie here today wouldn't be the worst thing ever, but I think we're still going.
Absolutely, we're gonna have to. Barist already puts it in the bottom left, and there he is already 11 seconds in.
No, took literally 11 seconds. You weren't even kidding on that one. Fakes out high on Andy, puts that one into the back, and then just kind of pulls down this midfield and just keeps this offensive presence around here. They're going for a slow burn approach right now. Major are trying to just whittle away at the defensive structure until eventually they find a gap, and oh my, I've been lucky recently, no pun intended here. Caster Curse hasn't really been as much of a thing as a Caster Blessing. Starting to get some predictions right in my favor, and boy did it work.
Let's start talking trash. That's exactly where we get punished, rightly so, but as of right now, as soon as I said that, man, oh my word, they just punish.
Okay, first the demo, then afterwards the bump themselves. Maadzz goes, hey, Lucky, I appreciate you trying some physicality. Don't worry, I got it myself. Dunks the last defender. We talked about Hyperia. Once Major gets an offense together, boy, oh boy, do they become friends.
There we go. Completely open up. Good demo. Maadzz was there to finish it off. Lucky. The pass initially seemed a bit odd, but then directly went for the demo, and it's all times of a back.
Now have got to be rather aggravating because this is what Major do. They slow break you down. They wait for an opportunity and strike while they've got it. Once again, another shot on target, and I'm loving my Caster Blessing here today. Most of the time it's a curse. Today, my oh my, I'm just giving you Major so many little chances. Back in this game, looks like the teams have taken just a second to pause, but the minute they get back into it, and look who has already scored. Major up 1-0.
And Maadzz nicely taking control, Quantum with an early challenge. Major nails the plate.
He's gonna now allow Major to go the other way, and Lucky up for this one early. Fakes out for Maadzz, and he will shoot it low. Maadzz with a hat trick 4 minutes into this one, and it's due to the fake out in front of the net. This was beautifully played.
This one's incredibly hard for EM, and once you spot the player, say this is looking pretty close, and make a reference as well to the playing with style. But I think this mirror a few times. 50 Cent will show up at your doorstep.
50 Cent's about to show up at Magma's doorstep with a monster 50 like that. There's the first goal for Major, and it's a big one, a necessary one. To get finally a boomer on target here. This was just a ripper of a shot out of Lucky there, and to be honest, find a booming clear for the life of us. We need one with 70 seconds left in a tie ball game. We would much prefer to not go to overtime here. And, maybe we can find that. No, Magma just kind of pops against the wall for themselves out of midfield here. Lucky will get a goal.
My. No.
What?
This just hurts. This is pain. Choke completely faked out his teammate. He didn't have the boost for it, and I guess he must have called that he did have the boost.
I hate to say it, High Fury. We've been talking about puns all day. I think we have to make that one choked.
No. No, we don't have to make that one.
Yes, we do.
No, why do we?
Because it would Rocket League and the gods that may.
Yep, that's enough of him. That's plenty of time to try and come back in this game for play. Well, I said plenty of time. There's only 30 seconds left, and they're talking about coming back. Like, you know, I think we've given him enough of a timeout. He might actually be casting as well.
I fear you. Have I lost you?
Sorry?
Have I lost you?
Oh, yeah, your connection dropped. Sorry.
What about now?
I don't know. What have you got to say about this play?
It's pretty lucky.
So unfortunate, that internet, eh? That internet just keeps on getting to him. But apart from that, that does pretty much secure the major win, and one that was expected, but very hard fought by Playwell.
I think at the start we wasn't playing that well, but we're getting coached by Steue, and then we started to being more confident on the stadium, trusting more each others, and then at the end of the season was way better against REBIRTH. We finished for the week 9, and I think I played like quite well. I played my playstyle.
Welcome everybody to the major stream, and it's probably going to be the most important one of the entire season here, Bass.
Oh, absolutely. We have got a lot on the line here today. It is us versus AW3. I don't think we can hype this any more than we've already done. The last 2 weeks of the season, we have basically been talking about this every single time. Day in, day out, this is the team we need to beat. Quite literally, this determines who gets #1 seed going into playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. And I did see on Twitter that when I was in the train getting home, their scrim beforehand had been cancelled, which, oof, that one hurts. And the most important game of the season, making it for playoffs, getting the seeding in order, because there's Norwegian as well currently in the running for that top 3 position, and for that top, #1 position even. You just have to put out a good result here.
You have to. There is not an argument to say you cannot. The reality is that we have got to pull out all the stops here today if we want a shot at that #1 position, because the other thing about this one is that we could also have Norwegian overtake this position, because currently they're playing Valet as well. Yes, somehow, some way, it turned out that the top 4 teams would all be playing each other in the final week of the league. I don't know who scheduled this league, so prop to you. You absolutely saved all the bangers. But seriously, if we do not play well against AW3 here and Norwegian end up taking the win over Valet, all of a sudden, they now have more points than us, and they end up taking the season overall. So we have to win this one, Hyperia. There's no 2 ways about it. I don't want a tie. I don't want a loss. I want a win. We need to rush AW3. I think that we can do it.
You hear the engines revving already, and here we go. Magma and Fireman Jonas kicking us off.
Here we go. Best of 6 here, and if you guys are not familiar with the format, that means that we can tie. First team to 4 takes the series, but if we go to 3 apiece, we will even it out and just finish at that. We're not looking for the tie here today. A tie, I think, could still give us that first place finish, but it leaves the door open for a possibility from that Norwegian squad. So let's see if we can take this one back and forth here in game #1. So far, no one able to find themselves a goal, but I think that this is probably what we're looking for here. Not necessarily a hectic start, not necessarily a very very contested one, just sort of feeling each other out and playing this one patiently. We're kind of just allowing AW3 into our half and allowing them to take as many shots as we want, because instead we'll rip off shots like this. Lucky with the first goal from a ripper on target.
Power, accuracy, all there, but the AW3 side still had the save, and that's exactly what we can't expect here to
this. But the reality is, Fireman Jonas, desperation touch on the ceiling, and it all crumbles from there. AW3 down by 2, and we're only 3 minutes into this game.
That's a great goal for Magma. The misread out of set, but still you need to be in that position to try and capitalize, and that's exactly where he was residing. Now Magma straight up for kick and rips one over the top of Inferno, and that is a torture.
Oh, come on. That is absolute filth there. It's a great kickoff goal. I mean, it's a kickoff goal nonetheless, but that probably shouldn't have been a goal unless you rip it that on target with an overwhelming win, because it would be fantastic for us going into playoffs. But I want to see a conclusion. I want to see the proper fight that we had been hyping up for 9 weeks straight. And oh my, we are indeed finding it right now. But another thing we find is that interruption in free space. AW3 think they got some time at a midfield to make some passing plays, but Magma thinks not.
Of course, Magma intercepts every single on the side of Major. They weren't willing to do so. Well, that's a great pass over for Lucky. Up to himself, triple taps it into the back of the net. Lucky. That is exquisite.
Oh, we'll talk about aerial control. That's 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, right around Sep, and puts that into like Major came to play today. They had a strategy. They understand how they wanted to affect with that strategy, and well, they're gonna find a goal because of it. Lucky finds their own pass. The fact that they're controlling this aerial play and getting in the face of AW3 while also playing such a lock-type defense, and passes like this. Come on, this is disgusting. Magma, what on earth? Straight down to Lucky, and all of a sudden Major up 1-0.
Absolutely amazing. Lucky even leaving that for Magma. The communication is so incredible right now.
Keep pressing on offense, and Maadzz out of midfield. Pick this up with one more chance. Backwards, anyone there? Lucky is, and he sinks it into the back of the net, off the bar and in, and Major take their 3rd straight.
This moment,
But I do like this back and forth. You know what this reminds me of? Game number 1. We endured a lot of pressure from this AW3 offense in game 1 and just kind of looked for those breakout opportunities on the other end. We have only found one in this game, 1 registered shot, but all we need is 1 good opportunity, and we will find it. 2nd shot of the game, and it's a goal for Major.
The amount of confidence and knowledge here from Maadzz, and honestly, I think if you put Magma
And Magma go up for this. Looking a little bit awkward, but luckily enough, Fireman Jonas does not commit there. 45 seconds left. We're going to just have to try and hold on. Dono in the net. Will not result in a goal. Sam comes in for the follow-up, and I fear you take this away before my heart pops.
now take this entire game away from me because I am having a tough time. And honestly, Major gonna come up kind of fortunate there in the bounce of the post, absolutely destroying Fireman Jonas. Looking now down to the other end, he can bury all the worries that we have, and all this game has been shaping up to be. Magma now slightly off. Fireman Jonas looks for this to set up one final attack. They have to go right here, right now to try and get another game on the board. With Magma in control, taking it to the sky. It's going to waste a lot of seconds. Clip reset in the bag. It's not going to work out. Seb down the other end. Last ditch effort. Fireman Jonas sets it up for himself. That's just a throwaway. Maadzz straight to the ground. And there we go.
Major secure themselves the #1 position in Telialigaen Fall 2021. They take the win over AW3 in game number 5 and secure that #1 position. Hyperia, we have reached the end of this one, but what a way to conclude.
What a way to conclude, and also that ending phase. Hey, I have no way to describe it except close. I did a visual improv rule right there, Bassett, just so you know.
In your opinion, when you do get to land, do you see the team performing better or worse than they've been doing online? Because every once in a while, you do see teams who they get into an environment where it's all 3 of them in the same place and they're able to pop off. Other teams sometimes kind of falter. Do you see that being the case here, or do you think that this is just sort of the momentum continuing, and once you guys are in person, it's just nonstop?
I've had a chat with them about this, of course. This is one of the main things that I've had to speak about, because it's a much different environment. You've got to deal with the pressure of yourself and the other team. You've got to deal with the pressure with the people around you, and especially when you've got your 2 teammates next to you. If you muck up, they are there. They are there. But I think with our team, we're very compact. As seasons went forward, we've got closer together as friends, not just as players and a coach. Should I say? I think I'm a player personally. But we're ready for the LAN, and we're ready to pop off. So I don't think it will hinder us in any way. I think we'll will be on our top game, I think.
Jeg heter Henrik Næss, jeg 15 år, blir 16 I dette året her, og jeg akademispiller for Major. Jeg startet å spille Rocket League I 2017, og så tok jeg en liten ettårsbreak fra 2018 til 2019. Grunnen til at jeg startet å spille Rocket League på grunn av en kompis anbefalte meg det spillet, og så bare startet jeg å spille det fra da. Og nå jeg her. Tidligere har jeg spilt I andre divisjon, og jeg har spilt andre turneringer som Nice Cactus, Rush, Aurat og sånne ting.
Du har jo blitt nå plukket opp til første divisjon, rett inn I sluttspillet. Hvordan det å gå fra andre divisjon, rett inn I sluttspillet?
Ja, det er ganske spesielt. Det var veldig redd på oss, synes jeg. Fatteren ble ringt av Hugo, og han kom stormende inn mens jeg sov. Og så sa han at noen fra Major ringer deg, og da ble jeg litt forvirret, men ja.
How do you think of Pablo Bar so far?
I think we can do well with him, but I've seen some problem while the scrims. Don't know if it's a good point to fix it, because there is only one day, so I prefer make him in confidence and then just adapt to it.
Jeg forventer at vi gir en god fight I sluttspillet nå, med tanke på at vi ikke har the main roster. Jeg håper på andreplassen, og så vil jeg sagt at vi skal kjempe hardt for førsteplassen hvis vi kommer til finalen. Mens andreplassen målet.
Semifinaler, og det en finale da, som skal spilles etter disse to semifinalene. Hvilke lag det vi møter I de første to kampene? Nei, I den første kampen, beklager.
Ja, første kampen har vi jo Major mot Villai. Major tok med seg, vant jo ligaspillet, og fikk da velge semifinalist. Men Major, de har mistet en av sine spillere til sluttspillet. De har innbytter Pablo Bar fra akademilaget dem, som vant annen divisjon. Han gjør altså da førstedebuten foran en scene med stappfull av I hvert fall 100 stykk, vil jeg si.
Ja, det mye.
Så det blir spennende å se hvordan han utfører seg på den banen.
Hva har det å si for et lag at de mister en spiller så tett på en så viktig kamp?
Altså, det har veldig mye å si for den innøvde kjemien de har seg imellom, selvfølgelig. Og så tror jeg ikke Pablo Bar... altså, de har funnet en spiller som på en måte erstatter Lucky best mulig, og I spillestil og sånn, sannsynligvis. Men selvfølgelig har det noe å si, og dette skjedde jo... det var vel lørdag morgen at de kom til å fikk vite at Lucky ikke var tilgjengelig, så de har ikke hatt så god tid på å forberede seg.
Foran den fantastiske finalen som en av lagene skal få løfte senere I dag. Men nå det jo første semifinale, det live mot Major. Og jeg har med meg to spillerne, så starter her med deg.
Det veldig bra. Eneste synes jeg, men så tror jeg det skal gå bra.
Hva blir første matchen?
Nei, med tanke på at vi ikke stiller med det vanlige teamet så blir det litt vanskeligere, men vi har fortsatt gjort det ganske bra så langt, så må det bli bra.
Barist oppover, Creamy er først på, og backflipper av sidewall. Han får Maadzz 1-0-skåringen.
Ja, litt uheldig forsvar der for Creamy, og Maadzz plukker den muligheten. Creamy får ikke klarert den. Hardt skudd fra Maadzz, vanskelig for Force å stoppe den. Får en touch på den, men det går fortsatt inn Major. Som forrige game så tar de første stikk. Klarer de å holde den ledelsen helt inn til slutten. Ligger ned mot mål, men det blir på backboarden.
Ja, det var så nære. Vi skulle få en tournament winner i andre omgang. Sin i backboard. For utfordringen Pablo. Skyter den på målet. Nesten så redirecten sitter. Sidewall. Maadzz. En touch. Til også. Utfordringen av Force, men han mister bilen i prosessen. Magma legger den mot mål, og Force redder den. Får en god save også. Force da. På near post. Inni. Prøver å pitche på Magma. Får en god utfordring der også, Force. Nei da, den går inn på andre siden.
Så Magma får klarering inn i mål, rett og slett. Ja, han spretter i veggen, som gjør at den får ganske mye energi og kraft da.
Free-jumpa rett og slett den ballen i sideveggen av. Det er sterkt gjort. Han får litt pustle. Pablo har ikke noe særlig å rutte med, men han får respekten han ville ha. Rett og slett. Da får han forbi Creamy som hadde boost. Magma med flippersetten. Det dunker!
Ok. Flipperset dunk på LAN fra Magma. Herlig passning fra Pablo. Serverer den til Magma.
Har denne respekten som Pablo fikk som han ikke burde ha fått. Han hadde en 0 boost, en tidlig challenge hadde vært berettiget på det. Prøver å få bumpa igjen, men Maadzz lar seg ikke lure. Og ned da står det en redusering på tabellen.
Og legger den pent opp i hjørnet der. Legger den akkurat sånn at den bare dropper rett ned foran mål. Det er alltid truende.
Det er jo veldig awkward for en som står i mål, spesielt så de ikke har noe momentum eller boost å jobbe med. Enig. Sender den mot veggen for å få en utfordring, får ikke. Creamy. Reliefer på Force. Oi!
Nei, jeg må være ærlig å si, vil jeg sitt forsvar har ikke vært optimalt siste halvt minuttet. Så går ikke fram på, man må jo, så det er ikke alltid lett å klarere ballen på ett touch. Jeg gjerne finne en annen teammate eller klare å holde på ballen.
Miste ballen inn mot sideveggen når du ser. Det er mange måter å løse det på, enn å få et slags fundament da. Skuddet blir redda. Og ikke redda. Force virker igjen.
Maadzz da, de gjør det selv.
Litt i nettet. Gjør reduseringen mulig. Man tar det man får.
Der er Magma. Kan man få mer touches da? Det er ikke lenge igjen nå. Og Magma, kan du holde den oppe for Major? For LAN-håpet, den går i bakken. Vilay, de tar seg til finalen.
De tar seg rett og slett til finalen. Det er vel fortjent også. Det var en solid utvisning det har vært vitne til.
So I walk through the storm and I break on my bones. I saw somebody in chat earlier, because obviously I'm modding the chat, and I saw somebody say sexy casters. Now, I have to say, you both are very good looking, so I'm asking for a friend right now. Are you single?
Bass is. Yes, your friend will be delighted.
I say friend, but I'm actually asking for the